Hello YouTube, this is Bucket coming at you today with my STI Ranger. That's an officer size 1911. I want to talk a little bit about STI and how their path as a company turned into Staccato and the amazing firearms that we have come to know and love from Staccato. So in the 1980s, Virgil Tripp came up with STI. He was making gun parts. He wanted to start manufacturing 1911s and wanted to have American-made, high-quality 1911s. And this is one of the first guns that he came out with. Now, the first gun that came out with was the Trojan. That's a full-size 1911. Came out with the Ranger. That is this gun right here, which is an officer size. So you're going to have a smaller frame. It's going to have 6-round mag capacity. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the specs of this gun. Maybe talk about some of the other guns that they had and talk about the quality and what we got from this. So when you get this gun, it weighs in at 30 ounces. That's with no mag. 32 ounces with an unloaded mag. You've got an overall length of 7 1/2 inches. The barrel length is going to come in at 3.75 inches. The width is going to be 1 3/8 inches, and you're going to have a height of 4 3/4 inches. The Ranger was an all-metal, American-sourced frame that's going to be steel. The later models ended up coming, they started getting into aluminum, and they started importing their frames from outside the country. So the Ranger is all American made. You'll see that the dual safeties here are MEM parts. They actually came with these with a single safety or dual safety, so you'll see them both ways. You'll see that this is just a super high quality gun. I love the bright mirror finish on the sides. I love the matte finish on the top, so you're not going to have as much glare when you're shooting in the daylight. I also love the beautiful grips with a nice logo. Not super aggressive. It's kind of like the texturing that you have here on the front strap. It's not super aggressive, but it's just enough to give you a little extra bite. You do have the extended grip safety. You do have the extended beaver tail. You have a skeletonized plastic trigger with a skeletonized hammer. And again, like I said, mine has the dual safeties. You have the nice Novak sights. Just every part about this is just super. They wanted to make a really, really high-end 1911, and they really did a good job on it. So I called STI, I called Staccato, and they had to do a little bit of research for me. They found out that they made about 1,500 to 3,000 of these. They started the serial numbers at 1984, so mine's a 2082, which means that this is one of the first 100 Rangers ever produced, which makes it super, super cool. They did tell me that the Ranger 2 and the Ranger 3 are more commander size. They're going to have the full-size frame, and they were, just kind of further along in the production. They found out that more people were asking for those commander styles. So I got this up at a deal here in Kansas, and a guy said that he bought this like 15 years ago, didn't put a lot of rounds through it. And from the shape of this gun, you could tell this is, it was a well-loved gun. When I took it to the range, it performed amazing. We didn't have any failures to feed, failures to extract. At 10 yards, I held a really pretty good group. For some reason, I put 2 right in that one spot, and the rest of them are all on here on this 3-inch target. So that really, really good trigger, that really, really good feel of all the parts made it really easy for me to kind of get that accuracy. You'll find that the slide is real smooth. It's smooth just like you would expect if you've ever held a Staccato. The trigger is just, oh man, it's buttery smooth. Just so nice. And then just a short reset, and you're just back for more pew. It's just really, really nice. Now for me, I'm not as in love with the officer size. I like a little bit more grip for me in a 1911, but it does everything that it's supposed to do. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing disassembled. I will tell you that when the recoil spring on this is really pretty tight, and so you do find yourself just really needing to hold on to it when you disassemble the pistol. Then you just slowly let it out, and then that dual recoil spring that they have on this system, which I really do like. You'll see this very similar to your Staccato pistols, is really, really good. I like the disassembly of it. It makes it really easy to maintain your pistol for cleaning and whatnot. See that big fat bull barrel? The Rangers only came in 45. The Ranger 2s, again, those are the commander size. They came in 40 and they came in 9mm. You can just tell everything about this is super, super high quality. They just wanted to make sure that the product that they were putting out were as top-notch as possible. So assembly is really pretty easy. It's just the same thing in reverse. Go ahead and put your barrel back in there. Go ahead and put that in there to hold the recoil spring. Just kind of need to hold on to it. Now, of course, anytime you assemble or disassemble a pistol on camera, it's going to make things a lot more difficult than what it needs to be. So let's see if you guys are going to be lucky and see me assemble this without any struggle today. Okay, let's see if it's going to go. Are we going to go? Are we... Oh, nope. Wasn't going to be the first try this time. Come on. There we go. It's going to go in. There we go. That wasn't too bad. And again, you're going to just have a really high quality 1911. It's, if you get a chance to go to, I don't know, a gun show, check out your pawn shops. These do pop up from time to time when you get the cool old box. That's awesome as well. It's also a cool piece of firearm history. This is the company that became Staccato, and Staccato is really considered one of those awesome gun companies right now. So you can get a cool piece of history and have something fun to shoot as well. So if you have any other questions or comments, go ahead and put them down in the comment section below. I want to thank everybody for the likes, the comments, the shares. They're really, really appreciated. They're helping the channel grow. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube.
Little middle baby bucket. Do you want to live in California?
No!
Why?
Because I'm not a communist.